Hello everyone, Mr. E here, and today, with a little bit of an off-meta build for Veteran. This is a Grenade Veteran, and I can't go any further without paying homage or paying deference to the creator. I think the progenitor of all of these grenade builds is a player, a YouTuber named Big Dom. Big Dom has been doing this Grenade Veteran thing for at least a year now. He's been a very bleeding edge figure in figuring out that, hey, Veteran throwing a bunch of grenades actually does some pretty decent damage. It does some good work. So I wanted to give all credit to him where it's due, that I don't think anyone would be talking about this as a viable playstyle if he hadn't brought it on the scene. And it's certainly been the bulk of his content. It's been around Veteran, especially Grenade Veteran. So go check him out. He just cracked 1,000 subscribers. I think he could use a few more. And with that out of the way, oh, and also that's why the thumbnail looks like it is. It's a reference. It's an homage. You wouldn't get it. Now maybe you do. So with that out of the way, what are we looking at here today? Well, we are looking at a Veteran build, a pretty standard Veteran build, but we are speccing in every grenade talent that we can. And so what's the goal here? Well, we are pretty much a decent hybridized fighter. We've got some solid range damage, some solid melee damage, but then packed in with that, we've got these shredder grenades that have a massive blast radius, and they're just able to bust up big hordes of enemies. So the only threat we really have a struggle dealing with is big, heavy crushers and stuff like that. So we grab the dueling sword. I know, yeah, it's a dueling sword, but hey, it's for the threats that we don't have a way to counter otherwise. You can kill crushers, you can kill maulers without it. It's just going to take you 3 shots for the maulers and like 5 shots for the crushers with the bolt pistol. So I prefer to dump cleave damage and go at full mobility, carapace flak, uncanny strike, and thrust here. It's just such an all well-rounded weapon, and you will be using your melee a lot. This is not a build where you want to get stuck thinking like, oh my gosh, I can only attack when I have grenades ready, or whatever. You don't have enough ammo to handle all the enemies. You don't have enough grenades to handle all the enemies. We're going to have to be getting in there, getting our hands dirty with the dueling sword, and so it's good. All right, bolt pistol. This is the sort of the focus of the build that makes it as good as it is, specifically because of that blessing you see down there called lethal proximity. And the bottom line of lethal proximity reads explosion radius increases by 25%. That applies to your grenades as well, not just the explosion of the pistol shots. So that means that your frag grenades are going to get much bigger, and therefore the radius in which they apply their bleed stacks is much bigger, which is an increase in damage, especially as you creep into higher difficulties and there's higher enemy densities. For this weapon, we're going to have unyielding and flak, not only because those are the targets that we are going to be shooting most frequently with this, but also because those targets are the ones we'll want to be throwing our grenades into. And this is the weapon you'll want to have out when the grenade explodes. After that point, it's okay, you can swap to your melee weapon and get back into town, but up until the grenade explodes, have the bolt pistol out, because it's going to make certain that explosion is 25% greater in radius. And that's a lot of area. And I dump reload speed here because this is a very mobile weapon. It has a plus 0.6 mobility with that 80 mobility on there, and that's actually quite a lot. That's one of the faster moving weapons in the game, and since you will have to have it out to throw grenades, it's good to have that mobility. You're only losing literally 4% reload speed by going from 80 to 60 reload speed. I don't think you'll miss it. Then we've got 17% toughness, and 3 max stam. With toughness, combat ability regen, and stamina regen on here, you can swap like one of these plus 5% toughnesses with a gunner damage resistance if you find yourself getting killed by either reapers or machine gunners over and over. But remember, those are the only types of gunners that gunner damage resistance fares against. But for me personally, I don't really come up against those enemies and find them all that threatening, especially when I'm on Veteran and I can just shoot them instead of having to get to melee with them when I'm on Ogren or Zealot. Okay, let's check out the talents here. Pretty simple, normal startup up here. Close order, drill, and confirm kill. This is a very much be with your team build, okay? We're not hanging back. We're not in the back lines. We are right up there with the meat and potatoes of the team. We're getting in there dirty with our dueling sword, and we're whipping out the the bolt pistol in order to drop trappers and flamers that are coming in, and then we're throwing grenades at any time. We're getting sort of surrounded by enemies on all sides, getting lots and lots of splash damage done. So Core Soda Drill is just toughness DR because we're around our allies, and therefore we're going to provide a lot of value out of voice of command for our whole team too. Shredder frag grenades, they're just the best grenade. The fact that we have 3 of them just, you know, pushes them over the edge. There is a build variant of this you can do with crack grenades, but shredders are going to go that extra mile and really just make you more vital to the team in general. These are just such well-rounded grenades, and they get so much value out of all these perks. Grenade Tinker over here is going to give us 25% damage and radius, so now we're up to plus 50% radius and 25% damage, which is a big old radius. We're hitting a lot of enemies with every grenade we throw. Catch Your Breath and Kill Zone here, as I've talked about in previous videos, these are some of the new tweaked perks or tweaked talents on the tree, and they happen to be around Survivalist. Veteran's Best Aura, so I mean, just take them. This is just amazing toughness regen, and this is great base damage. In fact, this base damage right here makes it so that we one-shot both or all elites that are not crushers and maulers with headshots from the bolt pistol. So that's really, really nice to be able to do. Actually, I don't know if that's true. I can't remember if you one-shot maniacs, but it allows you to one-shot gunners for certain, and you almost body shot them one shot. So if they're like tipped at all, they'll die. Survivalist, just extra value for our team, right? So Grenadier over here, Demolition Stockpile, and then of course Twin Blast. People ask me all the time, Mystery, why don't you take Twin Blast? Grenades, you're throwing a bunch of grenades. Why aren't you taking Twin Blast? That's 20% extra grenades. Well, here's the thing. When you are not spec'd specifically into grenades, grenades are kind of like this nice little like frosting on the cake. They are not the cake. But in this build, grenades are the cake, and we want as many as we can, and this is going to multiply its value. In a normal build, it's like, oh yeah, if I got an extra frag grenade every 5th time I throw a frag grenade, it's like whoop-de-doo. But here, since every frag grenade is such a massive impact, this makes a really big difference. And we're going to be throwing as many grenades as possible. Because of Grenadier, we have those deep pockets that we can fill up through Demolition Team and Demolition Stockpile. Make certain that you are never above 2 grenades. That's how I sort of run it, because that way you have enough room for those grenades to fill your pockets without overflowing and missing perhaps a free grenade regeneration. And then the bottom of this tree is all pretty much bog standard stuff. Weak spot damage, ammo, base damage to elites, and then of course our tactical awareness, this little diamond here that's so valuable, plus bring it down. Another keystoneless veteran build, because what would be good with grenades here? There's no paradigm that this build falls into that would augment the grenade damage that we're doing in any way, and honestly, none of these are gonna, you know, really boost what the build is good at. And there you go. So if you feel like you're confident and you can take it into a game and go right now, go ahead. Make certain that you like the video, comment, subscribe. Let me know what sort of build archetype you'd like me to look at next. And go ahead and subscribe to Big Dom as well. I think he deserves it. He's got a very nice voice and accent, which I know that many mystery viewers very much appreciate. A nice voice is what I've heard. And if you need to see some gameplay footage, well, here are some clips of that going on. So I'll tap out and I'll let you get over to the killing action. Bye. Couple of bosses coming. Lol. Let's go. Ow. Oh my god, that gunner just kept shooting me while I was getting up. Not fair. Two seconds. Okay. I need that fucking ammo. That better give me a kill right there. Please. Please. Dude, pink is so rough. I'm doing so much damage though. Okay, here we go. Second grenade. Oh man, it bounced off those guys right in front of me. Fuck. Oh, this is exactly where we want to be fighting. Back into a corner. They think that we're in the corner. They're in a funnel. Poor Traver's getting thrown. If you notice that my priority is I need to be picking every special that I can. That's how I get as many shouts out as humanly possible. And that's a big deal. And remember to always shout before you get a kill on a special. No, I am dog immune. Didn't you know? Why did I do that to myself? Uh-oh. Oh, grenade will save me. Alright guys, so that's it. 1.25 mil damage, off meta build, playing against a plasma gun veteran, so you can see it's doing work. Look at the sheer amount of damage that our bleeds did. That's like 1/5 of our overall damage just from the bleeds from the pistol and from the explosives. Pretty nice stuff. Alright. I'll see you guys very soon. Mystery out.